Hey guys. So, most of us that have spent our life doing one diet or another, in one weight loss program or another, or just in that mindset, we've all heard um, you can't out exercise a bad diet, right? Well, I have another take on that. You can't out diet lack of exercise. Because here's the thing. Okay, so I want you to really think about this. Let's say you find a really good diet plan and you're consistently losing 2 or 3 pounds a week. Everything's going, you're just trucking right along. Everything's going along. About 6 months, 4 to 6 months into it, comes to a screeching halt. And I mean a screeching halt. And you're still eating exactly the way you were. You try adding more water. You try taking out something. You try changing the times. You try doing all these things. And you may lose a pound here or a pound there, but you'll gain it right back. You can't seem to get out of this place. And you may even notice a very slight gain start happening. You're frustrated. You're thinking, Jesus, So you take out some more food. Now you're eating even less. And you're eating even less. And you keep doing this. Eventually, you're going to be eating air. And eventually, even that's not going to help you lose weight, because here's what happens. Every 6 months, you're losing muscle mass. Every 6 months, I guarantee you. Go look it up. Go Google it. Learn the stuff for yourself. You learn muscle mass, or you lose muscle mass every 6 months. Percentages, and I don't remember exactly what the percentage is. And I'm not going to go look it up because I know that it happens like this. But I know that it happens. Okay, so here's the deal. As you're losing this muscle mass, your metabolism goes, your body cannot process the same amount of calories. It doesn't matter that they're good calories. It doesn't matter that you're eating a fancy salad for dinner. You're not having fatty dressing on it. You've cut your fats way down. You're not having sugar. You're not having bread. You're not having pasta. You're not having potatoes. You're not having rice. You're not having pizza. You're not having any of the stuff you love. You're eating a really tight diet. You're having vegetables and some fruits, and you're having, just really tight, right? But all of a sudden your diet's not working anymore. Here's the deal. If you're okay, and let's say that you're a walker. Let's say that you're like, yeah, but every day I get out and walk. Okay, and if have you been getting out and walking every day since you started? That's great. Any movement is good movement. Your heart is a muscle and it needs to exercise. There's two problems with this though. If walking is the only form of exercise you're doing, you're actually causing cortisol, because a lot of cardio, especially for women, especially if you're over 50, is not a good thing. It doesn't help us. It actually hurts us. So it's not the walking, it's not the cardio that we need. We need some. We all need some. What we really need is weights. And I know this. I should label this part two, right? You need weights. And nobody likes weights. Nobody wants to do this. Nobody wants to have to set up a routine and do this every day. I personally hate the gym. I will not go to a gym. So I do my weights at home. When I first started up doing this, okay, and I spent my life on and off doing this, okay? So I have enough muscle memory that, thank God, my muscles go, oh, we're doing this again, huh? And they will respond to me quite well when I come back to doing this. If you've never done it, start very slow. I started slow and I'm used to it. I mean, I've done it before. I'm using 1 and 5 pound weights, and I just worked up to the 5 pound weights. But I'm already building muscle. I've already got muscle building, and my body has shifted into weight loss mode again. Because that's what happened to me. Even after 4 years of having a tight diet, keeping everything low carb, I have 0 carb days, guys. I literally eat 0 carbs on some days. But my weight wasn't really shifting. It wasn't really moving. And I'm still not exactly where I want to be weight-wise, right? And I was like, what in the heck is going on? And one day I'm laying in bed and all of a sudden I just looked around, I looked at my cats and I looked at the computer and I thought, that's what's going on. I'm not moving enough. Because the moving that you do every day, even if it's getting out and walking or whatever, your body gets used to that and it will not respond the same way to it. So you have to mix it up. And the best way to mix it up is tossing some weights in there. So 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like today was one of my weight days, I get on YouTube and I find some way. There's a girl on there. I absolutely love her. I can't remember her name right now, but she does Fabulous at 50 or something like that. She has some of the best arm workouts. They're like 10 or 15 minutes, guys. You can do 10 or 15 minutes. Start out doing 2 or 3 minutes if that's all you can do. Start out with 1 pound weights, 2 pound weights, 3 pound weights, whatever you can easily do. And she even says if you can't do weights, just to use your, just do the movements. You have to start somewhere. You cannot out diet a lack of exercise. You cannot out diet the same old every day. You have to shake it up. If you are someone who walks every day, that's great. I do about 30 minutes of cardio a day, and it's not hard cardio. I'm not like huffing and puffing and walking up and down mountains and hills. When you're in your 30s and 40s, you can hike all the time, you can run, you can do all that stuff, and it works really well. You hit your 50s and something weird happens. I'm not really sure what it is, but something weird happens. Your body goes, nope, don't want to do this no more. And it just doesn't work the same way. Now, if you want to eat less and less and less and less, then yeah, that'll work. If you're hiking straight up mountains, that'll work because you're going to build muscle and get cardio. Because if you're hiking straight up muscles, you're using the big major leg muscles, your butt muscles, all that stuff. So yeah, that's going to be building muscle too. But if you're just out walking around town, walking up and down your driveway, walking around the streets where you live, that's not really going to be enough. And if you overdo the cardio, again, you're going to set off your cortisol, and that's going to totally take you backwards. So I just really wanted to come on here and to tell you guys that you can't out diet lack of exercise, and you can't out diet lack of muscle. You have to have some muscle. I'm 63. I don't want to get up every day and work out. I don't. But for the last few months, I've been getting up every single day. I have coffee with my husband. We chit chat. I make his breakfast. I make his lunch. And I get my butt in my little office here. And I jump on my Easy Strider, which is like a bike rowing machine type thing. And I'll do 30 minutes on that, which I built up to. I started with 5. And over the period of a couple months, I built up to 30. And that's as far as I plan to go with it, because that's all you need every day of cardio. I do that 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Sunday's my day off. You have to have a recovery day. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I've added weights. I started with a 2-pound weight. I stuck with that for the first month and a half, and then I added 5 pounds. Now I kind of go back and forth between the two of them. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I toss in some kind of something different, like maybe yoga or something. I mean, I just figure out what I want to do. I just get on YouTube and find something that lasts 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes. It depends on how I feel that day. And here's the deal. As you exercise, will you ever love it? No. If you hate it, you're always going to hate it. It's kind of like if you hate a specific, like I hate anchovies, I will always hate anchovies. Not that I eat anchovies because I'm vegan, but even if I wasn't, I would never eat them because I hate them. Okay, so if you hate something, you're probably always going to hate it, right? I don't like to exercise. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do, but eventually you're going to start liking those endorphins you get, because I really like how I feel after I exercise. That part I'm learning to really appreciate. And here's the funny thing. I got up after I exercised today, and I had a phone call, and I fixed my husband some food for the week and stuff. I got up and rearranged my whole office. I mean, I literally moved all the furniture from one side of the office to the other, rearranged everything, put all the furniture back. And I was thankful that I could do that at 63 years old, recovering from a stroke, I could literally, my whole office is completely redone. It's completely redone. And I really am enjoying it. And I'm enjoying that. I'm still riding high on my endorphins from exercising. Feeling a little tired. It's 4 something in the afternoon. It's about that time of the day when I start getting tired. But overall, I feel really good. And I'm proud of myself. I feel really good about what I've managed to do for myself. I'm still sticking to my diet because, again, you can't out-exercise a bad diet either. So it's kind of like you have to have both of them. But you need to trust me on this. You can't out-diet lack of exercise. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. They go together. You have to do both. A couple days a week, you want to go really low carb. The 3 days a week that I do weights, I add a little tiny bit of carbs. The 2 days a week that I don't, I go almost zero if I can, as far down there as close as I can. So, play with it. Find out what works for you. But for God's sake, lift some weights. Ciao.